Thanks very much. Hi, Gethin. How are things? You okay?
Yeah, all good, thanks.
I imagine the South Africa game, you're quite a hard man to please, but you'd have been relatively pleased with the defence for most of that game, were you?
Yeah, it was pleasing. We South Africa, one of those teams who they're quite, I don't say easy, but you actually know what to prepare because you know exactly what's coming. You know, they try to take you on physically. So I suppose that was a challenge for our players. Backing up after the New Zealand game where we probably got exploited a bit through the ruck area, through their physicality and their athleticism. So it was a big challenge for, I suppose, our pack to probably muscle up in that area. And due to the weather, it meant our backs probably weren't involved as much in the defensive side of the game, but it meant that there was a lot of other aspects which probably I could push to focus on sort of the kicking game and the aerial battle, and sort of a lot of Neil Jenkins's area transferred into mine against South Africa. So yeah, disappointed we lost, but it was a step in the right direction, I suppose, in terms of some of the physicality stuff.
You maybe hinted at some of it, but what did you change from the New Zealand game to South Africa game? Anything in particular?
Nothing changed. I think, look, you have to adapt to what's coming in front of you. Nothing changed in terms of the technical stuff we work on every week in terms of forwards, trying to get them better. You know, some of it's still a work in progress. You know, we've obviously had limited time. We had 2 weeks before New Zealand, and then last week to try and get as much as we can in. So, like I said, just different threats from different teams, and then going into this weekend, different threats again. You know, a lot of individual threats where, you know, as long as our system is right, you've just got to deal with those individuals then.
You talked about the athleticism of the All Blacks. Fiji in particular are going to offer a very different challenge again from South Africa, aren't they?
Yeah, you know, showing some of the stuff to the players early in the week to get some messages in. You know, there's some exceptional bits of skill there that sometimes, you know, you're not going to be able to deal with. You've got to just obviously get back as quick as you can and get back into our system. So basically a lot of more of what we've been doing, and again, hopefully we take another step in the right direction with some of the players and some of their efforts.
Back row selection should be good over the ball, but a lack of bulk really. How does that affect the defence?
Yeah, it's positives in one area, but then, you know, you probably lose in other areas. But you know, they're three quality players. If we look at what we've actually changed, we've only really replaced Thomas with replaced Aaron Wainwright with Thomas, so it's only one change. And they all know that the job that's in front of them, you know, all quality players in their own right. So, you know, we're not blessed at the moment with some of the injuries we had in the back row. So it's a good chance for all of those to put their hand up again.
And finally, for me, Alex Cuthbert coming in on the wing. When he left Wales, he was getting a lot of criticism for his defence. The Elliot Daly try for England, a particular example. Is that an area that he's worked really hard on? He seems to have come back from Exeter as a better, more rounded player.
Oh, look, you know, when he last played for Wales, you know, the position he plays in, we talked about it earlier, forwards like to be around their mates and nice and tight spaces. Backs, you haven't got that luxury. You know, you're out on